Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Wednesday, April 20th, 2023. Let's take a look what's going on the financial markets today. On the Forex economic calendar, we can see we have some very interesting and very important data releases today. We start with the core CPI data, the last one before the interest rate decision by Fed. The core CPI for the US is scheduled for release at 2:30, and the forecast is 0.4%, which is lower than the previous reading of 0.5%. Then we have a quick speech from the Bank of England Governor Bailey at 3 p.m. sharp, and then one of the most important events of today, there is a Bank of Canada interest rate decision and the monetary policy report. All of these events, both of these events are scheduled for release at 4 p.m. Bank of Canada is expected to leave the interest rate at the level of 4.5%. At 5 o'clock, we have Bank of Canada press conference scheduled, but before that, we got the crude oil inventories from the US scheduled for release 4:30. 8 o'clock p.m., FOMC Meeting Minutes release, very important event as well, so stay focused, guys. And at the end of the day, Bank of England Governor Bailey will give a speech again. So, looks like a very interesting day for today, and because of the interest rate decision of the Bank of Canada, let's take a look at the US dollar to the Canadian dollar 4-hour chart. US dollar to the Canadian dollar 4-hour chart is looking very much bearish because we have been trying to move higher after the bounce from the level of 1.3405. So that's the technical support right here, and of course the market has been moving higher towards the 50 and 100 periods moving average, but recently we got the dark cloud cover, and even the situation with during the next few hours was cleared for the bulls, because all of this big green candle had been violated pretty much. Violated back to the bottom of this rally. So this will be the intraday technical resistance 1.3484, and as you can see, the market is already moving lower. We have the wave A, we have the wave B, we have the wave C. So maybe this will be only a free wave decline, but we cannot judge it right now, because we can't rule out the situation when this is wave 1. Let me just drag it for you, then you go. Let me label this wave for you. This might be wave 1, this might be wave 2. Now we should be in the middle of the wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 to the upside. So that's another scenario. So right now it's either A, B, C to the downside, or it's impulsive wave progression. Of course, if in a case of the impulsive wave development to the downside, the situation is better for the bears, because that would eventually indicate a potential impulsive movement lower, and because behind we have the clear bearish movement to the downside or downtrend, we cannot rule out the continuation of this move towards even the lows of the beginning of the April, 1.3405. So it will be very important right now to focus on the market reaction and how it will basically react on the data, and whether this situation here will continue to move, the price will continue to move lower, and a movement to the downside is in favor of the bears and our impulsive wave scenario. Okay, so that's the outlook for the US dollar to the Canadian dollar. Let's take a look maybe at another Canadian dollar market we didn't look much recently, so the Euro CAD maybe, so that's something exotic, but let's take a look here. And the situation on the Euro CAD is quite different than on the American dollar to the Canadian dollar. As you can see, there's plenty of the engulfing patterns here, so it looks like the bulls have been trying to push it a little bit higher above the level of 1.48, but it didn't actually work that well. So we got this last technical resistance here that was violated, of course, but the price is under this level again. So we got this level here, we got this level here, which is 1.4770, and that's again technical resistance. And of course we got the swing high 1.4941. But right now the market keeps consolidating and oscillating up and down, and it's being visible on the RSI as well. So clearly bulls have a problem with this narrow zone here. There's the zone. Let me just drag a line here for you guys. I need a rectangle. What I'm talking about is this kind of a zone. Oh, there you go, a rectangle. This zone between those two levels. Okay, so that's the zone I'm talking about. Let me just change the color to red. So this is the problematic zone for bulls, and they cannot break above it. They are consolidating up and down, moving up and down, whipsaw trending mode around the moving averages. So far, no big movement, no directional movement has been done. So basically, neither bulls nor bears are in control of this market. The key technical support in the short term, 1.4582, and maybe the one more level I will show you guys is of course 1.4494. So for now it's hard to say basically what this market is trying to do. It looks like the very nice impulsive movement to the downside. This looks very much corrective in nature. So what we are missing is a down move, is a move lower, below this low from the 3rd of the April at 1.4588. So we should expect another wave to the downside soon. It looks like this is the main wave, main impulsive wave correction, and another impulsive wave should be expected soon. So the other data for today are from the US. So basically we should take a look at the SP 500 because there is some data from the FOMC Meeting Minutes and Crude Oil Inventories and the CPI. So let's take a look at the SP 500. So the swing high is 4,195 points. That's the level that we should be aware of. So that's the very important level. Since then we have the move to the downside, and now we are moving higher. So let's just take a look at our regression channel from the low of the 13th of the March. Okay, so we got this regression channel, there you go, and we are moving of course inside of this channel. That's not exactly what I wanted to do. Let me just try again. Regression channel, there you go, from that low maybe somewhere here, and it's done. So if we zoom in, what we see here, the market clearly moves inside of the channel. There is no doubt about it. On the SP 500 index, we are not that far away from the swing high, because the recent high was made at the level of 4,045. Now we have the channel moving in and out for some reason. Now you need to come back. Here. Okay, let's get rid of this. So the recent high was made at 4,145. Since then, of course, we have some kind of a consolidation. We got another technical support located at 4,080. So that one works because price is bouncing from this level. But overall, this channel here, parallel channel or regression channel, doesn't actually looks impulsive at all. It looks more like a corrective movement towards the last swing high, just ahead of the extension to the downside. So momentum 57 points, not that much is being done here, but still the momentum is quite strong, and it's quite strong, and it's this momentum is positive, yeah, quite strong and positive. That's not that bad. Let me just put my regression channel last time, because the market is open now. It's 9 o'clock. There you go. So we are still fighting with the middle line for the regression channel. If there is no breakout to the upside, we will stay here inside of this regression channel, but please pay attention to the 50 periods moving average. If you break below 4,072 points, then of course the downside road to the downside is open, even towards 4,000 points and below. So that's the situation of the S&P 500 just before the data from the FOMC meeting minutes. And last but not least, let's just take a look quickly at the Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? We have the bearish engulfing pattern. We have a very big pin bar here. So after this movement to the upside, it looks like the 5-wave movement to the upside. After this breakout, finally we have some kind of a pullback. The market is coming off the extremely overbought conditions as well. So where is the technical support? I guess one of these old swing highs might work as a technical support. For example, 29,184. This level has not been yet tested, so it looks like this level might be providing very nice support for the bears. So if for the bulls, so if they hit this zone or this level, the odds for a bounce and movement to the upside are very high. So that's the situation for today. Please stay focused and stay vigilant, as there's plenty of the data scheduled for release, very important data, and we have even one interest rate decision. So it looks like it's going to be a busy day ahead of all of the traders. For now, that's everything from my side. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.